the most crazy expensive things bought with crypto. Some facts are obvious. We want cryptocurrencies to become the primary payment method across the world. We want it to replace corrupt fiat currencies that are rigged to benefit governments, central banks, and the rest of traditional finance. We want global currencies that are not restricted by foreign borders. We want an equal buying and selling system. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the most crazy expensive things bought with crypto. Yeah, you heard it right. So let's get started with our video. The adoption of cryptocurrency is growing by the day, as are the options for where and how you may spend your sats. Every cryptocurrency purchase should be celebrated as another little step toward a better way of doing things. Yes, learning about all of the companies that accept Bitcoin is fascinating. Every new Bitcoin initiative targeted at broad adoption is a step forward. But just for a moment, let us be honest with ourselves. Isn't it exciting to read about more fascinating crypto purchases amid all the talk about buying our morning coffee with BTC or tipping our favorite content providers with BAT? When a big-time holder goes insane and begins flinging Bitcoins about as if a bear market is on the horizon, we most definitely do. It appeals to us because it demonstrates what we could be tempted to do if our nest egg Bitcoin reaches the moon. Perhaps we can crack a cynical smile as we imagine how we might spend it differently, or maybe we appreciate someone else's folly. Number 1. Trump Soho condominium, 25,500 BTC. It's ironic that former President Donald Trump, a hater of Bitcoin, has his name associated with the largest ever confirmed cryptocurrency transaction. He had no involvement in the 2013 sale of a one-bedroom, 741-square-foot apartment in his New York City hotel. When you insist on having your name posted above the door, this is what occurs. According to the 25,500 BTC asking price, the flat was worth almost $2 million when sold to an unnamed bidder in 2013. The seller, who allegedly refused to accept any other kind of payment for the property, came out on top, with Bitcoin selling at $49,000. The 25,500 Bitcoins are now worth $1,247,791,500, enough to buy the whole building twice and still have enough to fill the swimming pool with vintage champagne. Number 2. 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. We've all heard this story before, but it bears repeating. When Bitcoin was less than 2 years old, on May 22, 2010, a computer programmer called Laszlo Hanyecz was hungry and wanted a couple of pizzas. Hanyecz is the first person to do a commercial transaction using Bitcoin as one of the early adopters. He claims to have exchanged communications with Satoshi Nakamoto. Back in those heady days, one Bitcoin was worth 0.003 cents, while 2 pizzas were worth $30. Interestingly, at the time, Papa John's did not accept Bitcoin payments. So Laszlo used the Bitcoin Talk website to find another user to help him with the transaction. "I like having leftover pizza to eat later," he scrawled on it. "You may make the pizza and transport it to my house, or you can use a delivery service, but I'm looking for food delivered in exchange for Bitcoins that I don't have to plan or prepare myself." A British man answered the phone and completed the transaction on Laszlo's behalf in return for the 10,000 Bitcoin. The pizzas did arrive, and we can only hope they were excellent. Again, some simple math reveals that those 10,000 Bitcoin are worth just under $500 million, or $32,681,333 $15 pizzas at today's prices. Nobody cares about pizza that much. On the other hand, Laszlo is philosophical about the event and professes to have no regrets. He heartily supports Bitcoin's expanded usage as a means of payment rather than just a store of wealth, since he realized its potential before almost anybody else. As the man at the center of what is maybe the most famous pizza order in history, he gets to see it commemorated every year on Bitcoin Pizza Day. One day, this may be the crypto equivalent of the 4th of July or Thanksgiving. We want to know who the British guy was and what happened to his 10,000 Bitcoin. Number 3. Property, 2,739 Bitcoins. One unidentified Silicon Valley entrepreneur concurred in 2014 that land is almost always a good investment. The mystery figure spent $1.6 million for a 1.4-acre parcel of land in California near Lake Tahoe. According to Wall Street Journal, the buyer intended to build a home on the land, which is surrounded by a gorgeous 2,177-acre resort. The buyer's identity remained unclear until recently, when it was revealed that the Bitcoins were purchased by Chamath Palihapitiya, CEO of Social Capital. Palihapitiya seems to believe that the transaction was a terrible investment. When he bought the land, Bitcoin was worth less than $600, and at current prices, he could buy a lot more than just 1.4 acres. On Twitter, his concise assessment of the whole issue captures it well. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comments section how today's video was. I hope that you found this one interesting. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more. And don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.